Now then, and welcome to Out to Grass with me, Colin. I am currently driving back from Alton Towers. I was there yesterday with daughter Pippa. I broke my personal record for the most amount of rides in one visit, but I'll tell you all about that later. But I was struck by the thought, if I'm driving this far all the way to Alton Towers, because we stopped over last night, it was far too tight to drive back in the one day I was. A bit lazy. But yeah, stopped over last night in New Toxeter. Pippa's on her way back to South Wales now, and I thought, well, I've driven this far, why don't I have a wild camp somewhere I've never been before? So that's what I'm doing. I've driven north to the town of Todmorden, which is in West Yorkshire. I had to pause there. Todmorden in West Yorkshire. That's where my wild camp's going to be tonight. I'll tell you a bit more about that when I actually get there. But a couple of key things you need to know about tonight. One is I haven't brought any food because I threw this visit together in a bit of a rush. So I'm about to go into Morrison's, buy myself something to cook. So whatever the inconsistent chef cooks will be news to me as well, because I don't know until I get in there and pick something. And the other big bit of news is the tent I'm using is one I got free from Facebook. So bit of a challenge tonight. I got it quite a while ago. The guy was giving it away. It was a really old tent. It's a mad design. It's so long since I put it up, I can't remember what it was, but I remember it took me a while scratching my head working out how it all went together. It didn't have any pegs, but I bought some pegs now. So I'm going to hope it does all go up properly tonight and I can spend the night warm and dry in a tent that I got free from Facebook. That's the plan. Worst case scenario, I think I'll be sleeping back in the car, but fingers crossed it will work out. Will work out? Yeah. So I'm going to get myself in Morrison's now, buy something to eat later on, and yeah, we'll get this trip underway. Trying to run her over. It's looking nice. So here I am. As you can probably guess, considering I'm like in a field on open view to everyone, and this is where I'm going to be camping. This isn't strictly speaking wild camping, it's a site I found on Camp Wild. I'll explain why I made that choice later, and I know some of you are probably thinking, well, it's not wild camping then, is it? People know you're there. There's nothing here, it's literally a field. Literally a field. There's no drinking water, there's no toilets, there's no nothing whatsoever. You just get access with your car to the field, and then you're meant to camp somewhere around this little sort of corner here. I think it says basically help yourself, but that's the only bit that isn't overgrown really. So I think I'll be camping somewhere down there. I'll show you properly in a minute. I'll give you a look around now, and then I want to sort of get set up really, because yeah, one of the advantages of having this Camp Wild, I've paid 15 quid to be here for the privilege. They know I'm here, I don't have to hide, and also I can be in broad daylight and enjoy it, which hopefully I'll get set up, get the kettle on a nice cup of tea, and I reckon I'm just going to sit and read my book and chill in this lovely sunshine. Yeah, get a look around. Cracking spot, like, absolutely lovely. Yeah, I'm just going to have a wander about and see where we're going to put the tent. Going to be one or two backwards and forwards trips, I reckon. But I'm not taking my car down here. No question about my first thought is, why is there a caravan here? I'm assuming no one's in it. Because I made a bit of a mistake when I was booking it. And when I went to book it again, obviously it was fully booked out because I had it. So there must only be one person can camp here. No one else. So I can only assume that's some sort of, I don't know, fisherman. I'm allowed to fish here. I'm not a fisherman, but yeah. You could come here and camp and fish for your £15, which is not bad value. Yeah, let's have a look around, see where I'm going to put the tent now. It's anywhere around here, I reckon. I wonder if there's no one in there. Nice bench for sitting on. Surely there's no one in there. Yeah, there can't be. I reckon this must be like a fisherman thing. Get use of it if you're fishing or something. Certainly it's not mentioned on the site at all, so yeah, it doesn't show much signs of being a holiday home or anyone's house. All the blinds are down. I think I'm fine to camp wherever I want, because this is obviously the prime spot. The view is pretty cool. I mean, everywhere's got, you can see this lake, pond, lake, I don't know. But yeah, it's you can see over there, it's far too steep of an angle to camp on. All along here is lovely and flat. if I could just convince myself definitely no one's going to camp in there, I'll stick my tent near here because it's the ideal spot. Right by the edge. You can hear the water trickling away. Some horses up there, I don't know if you saw them. Just up there. Yeah. And yeah, the view is amazing. But obviously if there's someone in there coming out like, oh man, will you not shut up? I don't think they will. It doesn't look as though there's anyone in. Yeah, and that's the actual farm that owns it. So yeah, you couldn't wild camp here because pretty sure they'd see you. More horse-based action around the corner as well. Right, I reckon in another couple of minutes, in an hour, where exactly I can put my tent, then I'm going to start carting my stuff down. So it's only taken me not quite 40 minutes to just get to this stage, and that's because, well, maybe this tent's one and only try, or if I do it again it's definitely going somewhere where I've got a lot of time. I'd hate to be putting it up on the rain because it's so old. The sleeves are difficult to get the poles in. The poles are very, very loose. When I got it, the strings were so like old they'd perished, so there's no elastic where they'd been bent round. They were just like little U-shapes of solid. I felt like you'd almost snap them, so I undid the knots and I pulled them all tight to give them some elasticity, and they're workable-ish. But yeah, they constantly keep trying to come out. They constantly get caught in the sleeves, maybe because it's so old. I mean, it is clearly a very old tent. It's a weird design. I mean, tent poles through sleeves isn't a new thing, but it's just the directions and where they're going is weird. I spent a long time not realising I'd sort of gone this sleeve, then this sleeve, and I couldn't understand why it wouldn't fit in. So yeah, I'm a long way there now. I reckon this will go up in the dome shortly, get the base down, and then I'm going to get set up. And then as for a cup of tea, maybe I'll have a cup of tea. I might do. But I tell you what, I bought a can of cider when I was in Morrison's Nye. I'm having that. Flippin' heck. If I'd arrived here in the rain, I'd be pretty sick by now. But yeah, it's a brilliant place at least. The weather's definitely holding up because it's absolutely pouring down the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to get on a bit longer, see how I get on. Okay, this is the result of an hour's work. I have had problems with it. Yeah, it's not the best design anyway, and because it's so old it doesn't behave. But it's up. There we go, that's my home for the night. Bedroom in the back. Massive vestibule, which I am a fan of, so maybe I'll persevere. I've got a tarpaulin in the car, but I'm not sure whether to bother. Whether to just use the grass. I might get the tarp out, we'll see. Ooh. Kept my breath back here. But tell you what, the view, hey, not bad. Yep. Anyway, let's finish getting set up. it's taken me the best part of 2 hours to set up, and I think that's partly because I'm not used to the tent and it isn't the easiest to set up. It's all the sleeves are tight, as I was saying before. It's been a right chew to set up, it really has. I forgot the tarpaulin I was saying earlier. I didn't know whether to use one or not. I thought I am going to need a tarpaulin because there's a gap under the vestibule, but I thought I was bringing it and I've forgotten it, so no vestibule. I'll have to manage without. I think I'll be, well, obviously I will be okay. In my normal tent, it's just outside, out the tent, so yeah. I'm all set up. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll show you the setup, and then I'm gonna sit down, get myself a drink, and, well, chill out. But yeah, just start chill out. But then I'll tell you why I haven't done a video for so long, and what's been going on, and why I picked today, all stuff like that. So yeah, give you a little look around, and then I'll show you the setup. So yeah, I might as well start with the chair I was just showing you. That's the chair I'm going to sit down in a minute, catch my breath. And yeah, finally got the tent up. Thank goodness, the car's up there as you can see, so it's a bit of a walk from here to here. It's a bit like my cycling days. The more luggage space you've got, the more you bring. And I brought well, not far too much, but a lot today I wouldn't normally bring. And anyone who says this isn't wild camping, Colin, they've got good evidence to say so. You wouldn't have brought all this in your backpack. But yeah, I haven't got any water, toilet, anything whatsoever supply wise. I've had to bring everything. But anyway, I'll talk about that when I've shown you my setup. I'll talk about why I've picked this place and why I haven't made a video for a while as well. Let's just do the setup. I'll be sitting outside. I put that chair there before because it was catching the sun, but the sun's gone in now. So yeah, it doesn't really matter where it is. I might bring it. I might even sit in the vestibule. Let's see. Anyway, let's go through the food. For my tea tonight, I've got some chicken that I'm going to fry it briefly, then put that soup water and chicken broth in, top up with maybe a bit of water, and boil that into a like soup slash stew, which I'll then thicken up with some macaroni and possibly, it was only £1 that thickening granules, so I've got that. So that'll be my main meal, which I'll cook on the cook stove there. I got some snacks to be getting on with, which I'm very, very ready for. I thought I'd have had them 2 hours ago. Yeah, and some French fry crisps, which I probably won't have now. Snack wise, in the sweet department, I absolutely love those Candy Kittens Wanderlust gourmet fruit. Delish. I love them. So I got a packet of them. Our Pippa bought me them. Battenberg, that's Pippa's favourite cake. We're swapping over stuff here. This big pan, yeah, don't judge me. We need a big pan like that for home. Luke's took ours to uni, and anyway, ours didn't have a lid. We desperately needed one, so I bought that, and I might actually use it. I mean, I have got my proper camping stove in there and my wooden spoon, but yeah, I might use that for the soup. It'd be a squeeze getting it in that little pan there. I've got that thermocell which rids you of midges. It's very temperamental if it's windy, but it isn't particularly windy, so I might put that on later. Excuse me. Drink wise, got some whiskey, the Lidl's whiskey, the Balmuir, and some Pepsi Max to put in with that, so I'll be having that later. Plenty of water, I won't run out of that. If I do get around to making cups of tea, I can do it. I got a can of cider. It just really took my fancy. That was on offer. Brother's cider, 7%. I might have that first, actually, and then drop back to cups of tea. This is just bags, like empty bags. That bag was meant to be the rubbish bag, the plastic one inside, but I brought the new tin foil mat because the other one was still fastened in me new rucksack. I've only brought the old rucksack today, so that's my rubbish bag until it gets too full. Proper walking shoes are there. That mat's out the car. For want of a tarpaulin I now haven't got. So yeah, that'll be my rubbish bag till it's too full. In here, just stuff for the night. Some portable lights, some Gaviscon or generic Gaviscon for me, if it should be needed. Gloves, hat, the usual stuff you bring. Thick socks, cable and power bank. Charging stuff up. A bag that's full of bags, full of bags, full of bags over there. I'll zip that in a minute, made it look a bit tidy. There's a waterproof there as well. And bed-wise, I didn't even know in our boot there's like a normal pillow, so I'll have that. Still bringing my Hike Man pillow because I do like it. Me Leviathan EV9000, which I'll tell you a tale about that in a bit, about down products. Hill Peak inflatable mattress that I always bring. Yeah, and my foil mat. They came as a pack of two, which is why I've ended up bringing the new one today. So hopefully that'll keep me toasty tonight. I have got a coat in the car just in case, but it's still in the car. So yeah, I don't know, that's about it. That's my setup. I'm going to sit outside now, get myself a cider, catch me breath. Main character's back. We all love it. So yeah. Very ready for this. I know I said I'd have a cup of tea first, and I will have a cup of tea, but I just need, well, a beer, a cider. I need a cider. Oh, I'm ready. Woo! Catch me breath, relax a bit, let you just enjoy the view. Cheers. Oh, nice, that's fruity. Huh? Brothers apple and pear, 7%. It was on offer. Wish I'd got more. Only got one. Oh well, you live and learn. Nice. This is the life. So yeah, I keep saying, or I've said anyway, that I'd let you know why it's been a while since the last video. Yeah, I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat it. My breathing hasn't been as good. For a couple of weeks I hoped it was maybe an infection or a bad cold, but yeah, it kind of lingered. I had some antibiotics, that didn't really shift it, and it is a little bit weather dependent. When it's bad weather, my breathing's not as good, but there's no getting away from the fact it has taken a sort of step down, which they said it could do. So this is a health update, by the way. If you're not interested in the health updates, just, I'll be quick. I'm always quick, you know that. But yeah, they said people can deteriorate slowly, they can deteriorate rapidly, and people can seem to have a sudden step. And I feel like I've got a check-up in early November and I'll be able to sort of bring it up then, but I feel like that's what I've had, a sort of step down. I've struggled a bit more lately than usual. My kind of like dream scenario of walking up a big hill and having a wild camp at the top, I don't think that's going to be possible with a rucksack on anyway. I don't think so. I'm much more struggling now to walk uphill, unfortunately. So I don't want to bring the video down, don't worry, I'll keep this short. So yeah, that's why I haven't done any videos lately, because I kept hoping and hoping I would sort of recover back again. I mean, the sun's been out the last couple of days and I have felt a little bit better, but there's no question I'm not as good as I was like a month ago, say. Oh, it's beautiful. The sun's back out now. It is gorgeous here. I know it's not wild camping, but this is lovely. This is like fishing without having all the chew of having to fish. So yeah, haven't done anything, and then I was getting to the point like I missed it so much, and I thought, if I can't lose this making these videos I love, I live for them. Well, maybe that's the exaggeration, but I've loved doing them. I've loved the reception I've got, the people have liked them. So yeah, when I was down at Alton Towers with Pippa yesterday, a couple of days before that, I'm like, oh come on, can we get a camp between here and getting back home? So yeah, left Uttoxeter this morning, drove up here, Todmorden. Todmorden is not very far from here at all. It's just basically down this hill, a bit of a sort of super sharp hairpin. Every car, not just me, you have to do a little 3-point turn to make the hairpin. It's that steep, the left turn. But yeah, and I'm really glad I have. I think for me, you know, blah blah blah, Camp Wild website isn't wild camping, but 15 quid to like not have to worry about somebody finding you, spotting you, moving you on. I'm in plain sight, really. There's a footpath just this other side of the wall, so if you were walking, it'd be ideal with your little tiny backpack, like to already know you had this. Yeah, 15 quid, but, and as I say, bring your own water and everything. But yeah, spot on. I wasn't allowed over that side where the caravan is, but it's fine. I've got a spot now. I'm happy. Took me a long time to get that tent up, but it's done. And yeah, now let me get me a drink. Oh yeah, good old wooden cups back. I wish I'd put them on this side. It's lovely. Yeah, so me and Pippa, oh, what a day we had at Alton Towers, I tell you what. This is what I was telling her. I've been going to Alton Towers since the health update's finished now, so don't worry. I'm going to make these videos as long as I can, and people enjoy watching them. So thank you so much if you do watch. If you enjoy them and you haven't subscribed, think about doing that. Just saying. I've been going to Alton Towers since, I don't know how old I was, but like old enough to have a mate who could drive. I remember we used to go when the Corkscrew and the Black Hole were the two biggest rides. The Corkscrew's not there anymore. Neither's the Black Hole. The Black Hole's where Smiler is now. And the Corkscrew, I think Rita was there now, or Rita or 13's there now. And over the years, it was mad looking back, thinking over the years. Oh, right. So that's the Alton Towers update. That's why I was on Utoxeter and stayed overnight. Drove back. Todd Martin's on the way back. It was 15 quid to camp here tonight. It's mine, completely mine. No one else can camp here tonight. And yeah, I have had a nightmare with that tent, but oh, I can't tell you. This is beautiful. This is living life. I'll give you. I know I've already shown you around, but let me show you around. Cheers, by the way. Pepsi Max. Not Coke, Pepsi. Pepsi Max. So don't at me, Mr. Pepsi Cola. I'm giving you full due. Not generic either. Real Pepsi Max. Yeah, I've had to rearrange so I can have everything available. I might not cook there, but yeah, everything's there for now. Oh, the sun's back out. I told you I didn't need my hoodie. Good. I was worried about getting too cold. I mean, I know it's not that late. If I was proper wild camping by now, would have even got here. What time is it? I'll tell you what time it is. Hang on. It's 25 to 5. It's only 25 to 5. I suppose I could have arrived if I had a proper spot. Yeah. But I don't need it. It was £15 well spent this. I am loving it. It's class. I can hear the water running. I can hear the birds song a lot. Every now and again I'll see a fish jump. I'll see I was going to say ducks. Water birds diving for fish coming out. There's a little flock of them over there like bobbing around. It's beautiful. I can see why people like fishing. Just if you didn't have to do the fishing part, just if it's a nice day sat by water, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah. I think this is called, I better look it up. I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. I think it's called Blackwater, this wild camp site, this Camp Wild site. And it's lovely. Like, yeah, full disclosure, I arrived. When I saw that caravan, I was like, oh, what's going on here? Am I going to get some sort of dodgy character strutting out tonight with like just his underpants on? But Well, if he does, I'll say, like, I've got no ciders left, but I can do you a whiskey and coke. Whiskey and Pepsi. Don't at me, Mr. Pepsi Co. If you want to sponsor me, please do. I watch a lot of YouTubers who go camping, and I know a lot of them get sent free stuff, get money to endorse stuff, and I don't get any of that. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying, if I say I like Pepsi, I do. I like whiskey and Pepsi just as much as I like whiskey and Coke. I know Coke's like a bit like vacuum cleaner, isn't it? Where's the Hoover? People say, where's the Hoover? Whereas that's a brand name. It's a bit like that with Coke. Where's the Coke? I would call that Coke. Let's have a glass of Coke. But it isn't. It's Pepsi. If I'm getting whiskey and Coke, I'll have a Pepsi Max. Thank you very much. Or I'll have a Coke. But I won't have. Is it just me? Do you not think the shop's own one, it's like a third of the price, but it's also not very nice, bit bitter. Yeah, so I've upgraded. I'm like a bit like the Queen or something, the King now, not the Queen. I'm like, ooh, Forbes, Fortnum & Mason, Harrods, proper Pepsi, please. Proper Pepsi, please. I don't want your 49 pence diddles, thank you. But this all day long. Liddles, if you want to sponsor me, I'm telling you, if you're spending a lot of money on whiskey, Balmuir is smooth and an easy drink, and it's 40%. Lovely. I don't know if it's because it's new. Is it new? Maybe it's because it's new. I don't know. But I can drink it all day long. Lovely. 3 years aged. I should try the 5 years aged. I don't know why, because I like this. Because I drown it in Coke, don't I? I'm sure like whiskey aficionados are like, he's the worst guy. What's he doing? Drowning it in Pepsi Max. What can I tell you? I wish what I need to be is one of those guys who can just do that, because it'd be a lot less to carry on a walk. Yeah, I've got the car today, but if I was walking, if I could just that in a sort of juice bottle, that'd be ideal. But I'll show you it now. I'll show you now, and you can see why I don't. This is why I don't. This is what happens if I try. I know other YouTubers, I know Blowout Daughters is great, he drinks it like there's no tomorrow, but for me, I struggle. I struggle with drinking it neat. I can, but here we go. That's me drinking it neat. Oh, poor. I need Coke. I think next time I'm walking and not with the car, I'm gonna make it a lot more whiskey Coke ratio, but drinking it neat, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. And I'm not gonna live forever, and so that's never gonna change. So, hi! Nah, neat whiskey's not for me. Not for me. Thank you. So yeah, I haven't started me chicken stew / soup yet, but I will. I'm making good inroads into the pepperoni and cheese selection. Morrison's serves 6. Yeah, I suppose, if they didn't want much cheese. And also, I've never been a fan of the one on the right. It just tastes like plastic. I don't mind the one on the left. I don't mind the one in the middle. Obviously, there's way better, and I have had better, but these are just £3 for all that. So I might actually leave all these on the right, probably. Because I've got an amazing stew coming later. I didn't get a dessert, but I'll have Battenberg and me candy kittens. Should I tell you the story of the candy kittens? Maybe I should. This is quite a big piece. Maybe I'll tell you in a minute. Should I tell you in a minute? Probably. I'm gonna. Hang on. I'll judge it on. No, I haven't. I'll top my drink up, then I'll tell you the candy kitten story. Pepsi Max! Come on, Mr. Pepsi Co. Send me some money or some free Pepsi. Go on, all the other YouTubers get it. I know I've not got the viewers, but still. Oh, you've gone over, that's why it gives you nothing. You absolute failure in life. What was I going to tell you there? Can't remember. I'm going to have to watch the video back. What was I going to tell you? I can't remember. I'll have a think. This is where we were earlier when, there we go, pond. Hope this sounds okay. It's quite windy, so I hope I don't have to do the sound after, but yeah, this is where I ended up earlier. We can't park / camp around it. Oh, I'm a bit burpy, aren't I? We're not allowed to camp here, which I didn't know, but we haven't, so it's all right. There's my tent, you can see it. That's I'm going to call it a pond from now on. It's a pond, isn't it? It's a pond. I'm not well camping, and I'm a slight fraud. What a fraud. Yeah, so I don't know. I've never seen anyone come to this caravan, so there's no one in it. So it might be nice, not going to lie. Might be nice if my tent over there was instead over here, because this is a lot leveler, the land. But I'm kind of guessing probably, I don't know, something to do with fishing. Maybe they rent it out for fishermen. I don't know for sure if I can go the whole way around here, if I'm honest with you. In fact, I might turn around in a minute. But this is the end of the lake / pond. It is a pond, isn't it? I'm going to show you this because, God, I hope you can hear it with all this wind. I might have to do this sound after, but yeah. The little ducks there that I can always see from where I'm sat. Right, so what's going on now is up by the car, where my car is, there's a load of wood. I'm not saying I definitely am going to light a fire, but I'm going to walk it down to where that metal frame is that clearly has had fires on in the past. I'm just going to load it up, because even if I don't light one, no one's going to care that I've put some wood on there. But I'm going to put some wood on there, or maybe I could bring it over here. Oh, bring it over here is probably too much. Now that the idea, you put the idea in my head, have you? No, probably my idea in my head. Right. The best case scenario is I load wood on the metal thing over here. Worst case scenario is I carry the metal thing over here and I'm having the fire over here. I mean, I am tempted. But either way, let's go and get some wood, eh? There's loads up there. Come on. I don't know how late it is. It's about time I set that chicken and stew vegetables on, because even if it's ready, it can just sit ready. Wow, what a place is. Have a look around. Don't take mine for it. Don't. I can't even say it. Don't take my word for it. Have a look the whole way around. Well, I can't see him, but up there somewhere there's two guys arguing with each other. And yeah, you're never going to see it, but there's a big blue tent up the top there as well. There's two parties of people having a camp up there. They've paid nothing, they've done it for free, but yeah, I'm happy with this. I think I'll take that swap. I will take that swap. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, is anyone living here? Oh yeah, me. I live here. Do you know, I feel like it's about time for another drink. I do. Oh yeah. Hello, on the ooh yeah ometer. Me and Dave love. There we go. Stop, man. Hey. I probably should. Don't think it's the chicken soup in a bit, but I will start in a bit. But I'll have a little drink first. Cheers. So do you know what the mad thing is? I thought it was like, this is the most brilliant food ever, but it's just sort of a damp squib in it. A bit of chicken, it's sort of vaguely cooking or something. Like fire is maybe gonna like one day. Yeah, I've let it all down. But I'm gonna keep going. Try my best. You don't know how good this chicken stew is gonna be. Well, it took me about 10 minutes to find my mobile phone, but I found my mobile phone, so I'm the best guy ever. And also, I don't know, please set this fire light. Come on, light, man. Just do it. For me. I think, you probably can't even see me, I don't know. Me and you, we've been on a journey because I fell in the pond / lake. It's a pond, isn't it? Completely fell in it. Swam to get out. And I thought to myself, you've drank too much. Which I have. But then, I know there's a rule about fires here, but they've got a big metal fire pit thing, so I've used that. So surely I'm okay. But if I'm not. Do you know what happens is, I fell in the pond. Got out, I'm absolutely soaked. I'm starting to sort of dry myself out by standing by the fire. Also, I've only got one shoe on. I might have lost my shoe forever. One of them in the pond, but you know, that's where we are. I've had a great night. I've loved it. This is life. I'm alive, which I love. I'm a little bit soaked. So I can't go to bed until I like dry out a little bit. But here we are. I love you all. I'm so happy that you watch. If you haven't already subscribed, please think about subscribing. I love you. And here we are. We're in Todmorden in the dark, in the night, with a fire. I recently fell in a pond, but I did swim out, so it's all good. Yeah, and that's where we are now. Okay. Thank God I'm in one shoe. Where is it? Can you see it? That's the shoe. The other one, nope. Because there it is. You can't even see it. What the hell? Hang on. Yeah, you can't see it because it's a sock. The other one's in the back. Whoa! Yeah, Billy one shoe. So annoying. I've had a great night, but I have lost a shoe over it. Hopefully that's my foot getting warmed up, I think. I tell you what, it's sad times because I absolutely love this Gower Brewery's top, but I was trying to dry it. Didn't think you see it in this light, but I burnt it, drying it out. Gutted, it's like Gryffindor now, but that's the hood. But honestly, I had no choice because I was cold, really cold. Like it's a joke, it's a laugh. I get it. Like when I'm telling the story later, it's funny. It's funny that I just fell over backwards into the pond. But then it wasn't funny because I'm like, I was cold. All my clothes were soaking. The fire was nearly out, and then it did go out. I really had to put some work in to get it going again. Thank goodness it's back up now. Yeah, it's going, like you can see. Well, you can't see because it's too dark, but everything's like steaming that I'm wearing. So yeah, I'm gonna get warmed up now. I've got one shoe different to another because one of them's still in the pond and one isn't. Yeah, I've lost a shoe. So it's like a joke, I get it, and I do think it's funny, but at the same time it's not a joke because it is cold and I'm in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, I'm loving the fire. Don't get me wrong, I am so pleased I've come. This is class, but yeah. Phew, it's a bit of a... I wish I did not fall in the pond is the top and bottom of it. Yeah. But yeah. Nice fire though, eh? Morning. It's just after 7. I did sleep well, definitely. Probably because I was way too drunk, but the road at the top is quite busy. Like, there's no two ways about it. About 5:30 it started up really being traffic. That woke me up. Then the ducks decided to have a bit of a sing-a-thon all around the tent. So yeah, I've been up a little while, like half asleep, half dozing. So what I thought, I want to get up. I want to see. You are allowed fire pits on this side, and that I used a fire pit that's already here. I was getting myself stressed out yesterday, but yeah, that is a fire pit that's here. The wood that I burnt is clearly like they've took some like decking down, which I assume was around the pond. But yeah, it would have only been good for burning. So yeah, I think I'll be okay about that. I need to see if it shouldn't have damaged the grass because it was above on the fire pit. Some bits of wood did fall off, but I think that'll just be like surface, like the actual grass rather than actually burning the ground, which is the damaged fire pits normally do. So I think it'll be okay. So I need to get up because it's stressing me out. I want to see how badly that has been affected the place. Hopefully not too bad. Yeah, and the other thing is, well, I'm filming this with my hand because I don't know where my selfie stick is. It must be outside. But what also must be outside is my shoes. There's only one walking boot in here. So I lost a shoe last night when I fell in the pond. So later on I was walking around in one walking boot and one shoe. But now there's only one walking boot in here. So I'm going to get wet feet because the vestibule in this thing gets soaked. It's not particularly... Because it's such an old tent, it hasn't got great ventilation, so it's quite wet with condensation. I did hear a bit of a rain shower earlier as well, so I hope my shoe isn't too wet. I hope I find it, to be fair. Otherwise I'll be driving home with one shoe. So yeah, I feel the need to get up, fingers crossed, find my shoe. Yeah, and see what the fire pit looks like. See you in a bit. First bit of good news. There's my other shoe. For some reason, I didn't get any video footage of the scorch marks properly, but there you are, for my shame. Where it's a darker colour at the top, there's virtually no damage. You could even see grass underneath, so that got protected well. It's just this bit at the bottom where it's lighter. There's like ash mostly, but there is some scorch marks where logs have either fell off or been wedged half on, half off the fire and burnt. So yeah, I'm not proud of it at all. I wish it had never happened, but it did. Yeah, move on. I'll zoom in. I put the fire pit back and I feel a bit better because it was obvious where it goes. There was a bit of bare earth under where it had obviously scorched the ground before, but looking back at the tent, got a lovely view on it, and then there's my shoe. So I might be able to get it back, but I don't fancy falling in. Equally, I don't want to leave it for them to deal with, so I have to find a long stick or something. Flipping heck. So I've learnt a couple of lessons on this camp. Falling in the water being one. The second one being, if you've got a fire pit and it's too close to ground, if you stoke it right up, it will damage the ground. Yeah, another couple of lessons which luckily I've learnt the lesson but not the hard way. I woke up this morning in a total panic, like, where's my car keys? Because they were just like in my pocket where they always are. Obviously I wasn't planning on falling in that pond. Thankfully, yeah, they were still there and they did unlock the car. Yeah, so that was like, lesson learned, bring your spare keys in your rucksack, because if I'd lost them in the pond, I'd have been in a right mess. Yeah, and then this morning while I was changing into my dry jeans, out of my pyjamas, I had a pair of running trousers I sometimes put under my walking trousers to keep me warm. So I had them, and yeah, dry jeans that were in my case from luckily being at Alton Towers yesterday. So, because normally I just turn up in the gear I'm going to camp in. Don't bring spare trousers. I'd have had to manage in me running trousers. I don't normally have my pyjamas either, but because I stayed over here at Twin Rum night before last at Alton Towers, so I had my pyjamas with me. Yeah. So yep. And so when I was getting changed, that's when I realised, where's my wallet? Looked through my pyjama trouser pocket, running trousers, everywhere. I was like, has my wallet come out my pocket when I went in the water? Thankfully I normally put it in a velcro pocket in my walking trousers, so I was thinking surely not, but then I didn't remember seeing it anywhere in the tent when I was sort of starting the packing process. Couldn't see it anywhere, and I'm like, have I got enough petrol in the car to get home? But then thankfully I thought, oh, what about my coat? Picked up my coat and I'd put it in the zip pocket. I was too drunk to remember doing that, so yeah, be more careful with your wallet. That would have been, imagine if I'd lost my wallet and car keys. Yeah. So yeah, it's a lovely peaceful morning. About time I did what I keep saying I'm going to do and finish packing up. I'm going to do that now. There we go, all packed up. You can see where I was because my burn mark of shame shows you. But that's where my tent was. Yeah, my normal policy of leave no trace I can't claim, but you can see where the grass is flattened in the room where I was sleeping. My little vestibule was here. I didn't spend a lot of time in there. So yeah, everything's clean. The tent is packed up, but it's absolutely soaking. It's a really old tent. You could tell by that label that it's at least 24 years old, probably older. And I think one of its many flaws is really bad for condensation. It's absolutely soaking inside and out this morning. It was quite a chew taking it down, which to be fair is probably because the poles are old, but I don't think we're going to use it again. That's my burn of shame. Yeah, I don't think I'll use that tent again. For me, with my breathing, it's too difficult to set up. Ironically, our giant air tent's way easier. So yeah, one last look around. The beautiful scenery here. This is such a great spot. If I don't get kicked off Camp Wild website, I may come back with or without a camera, I'm not sure, but I'll be keeping well away from that precarious edge where I fell down. And that's what I must have done. I must have been walking along and one foot must have gone in there. Down I've gone. Right, let's get going. One last look, and now I won't show you all of this because I will definitely be out of breath in absolutely no time carrying this. But yeah, fabulous day, beautiful really. Like I say, I keep focusing on the fire fiasco. Falling in didn't really bother me. as much as I feel bad that I've burnt the earth. I was kind of, every time somebody went past, I was hoping it was farmer, so I'd go like, hi, and explain, but now it's just going to look like I lit a fire because I'm a drunken oaf. I am a drunken oaf, but yeah, that really isn't me. Thanks for watching today. I hope this total disaster was okay for you. I watch obviously other camping channels, and one of my favourites, Ethical Bunny. Check out Ethical Bunny on YouTube. On her videos, she did one once where everything went wrong basically, and she was a bit down about it, but saying people keep telling them to post them anyway when she has a disaster, so that's what I'll do. I will post this, but yeah, I hope it's amused you to see my absolute disaster. Yeah, Ethical Bunny's good. It's a camping channel and a walking, hiking channel. It's just a bit of wild swimming, but ironically I watch it because it's just relaxing. It's got such a relaxing voice and sort of way of being, very gentle and calming. I sometimes put it on just to chill out, and I'm not paying that much attention, but yeah, as I say, thanks for watching today. Don't forget to like and comment, hit that subscribe button if you're watching and you're not subscribed. It really helps the channel, and yeah, I'll catch you later. I was like, oh, these are nice, where'd you get them from? He said, oh, just Waitrose. And I was thinking, what, just Waitrose? If you're like me and you're from the north, there's no such thing as, oh, just Waitrose. Like, it's a posh shop, an expensive shop. There's not many in the north.